The house loomed, imposing, Victorian, a monstrosity. The family's car crunched on the gravel driveway. Silence met them, a heavy, expectant silence. The air itself felt cold, burdened. John the father forced a smile. "Home sweet home," he boomed, his voice hollow. His wife Mary clutched their son's hand. Little Billy, just 7, felt a chill crawl up his spine. He didn't like this house. Inside, dust swirled. Sunbeams, weak and pale, struggled to pierce the gloom. Each room echoed with emptiness. A grandfather clock stood frozen, its hands pointing to the stroke of midnight. Forever midnight. Mary unpacked boxes, her movements jerky. John tried to light a fire in the hearth. The wood, old and damp, refused to catch. Shadows stretched from the corners as twilight deepened. They were alone, yet the house felt crowded. Days passed. Unease settled. Doors creaked open at night. Footsteps echoed on the landing. Whispers, soft and indistinct, drifted from the empty rooms. Billy began to see things, fleeting shadows, a face in the window. He told his parents. They exchanged worried glances. Rational explanations were offered, old houses settled, the wind played tricks, but their reassurances rang hollow. Even in daylight, a chill permeated the house. Certain spots were always cold, places where reason seemed to thin. One evening Mary swore she saw a figure at the top of the stairs. Tall and gaunt, it vanished as quickly as it appeared. John dismissed it as a trick of the light. But fear had taken root, burrowing deep into their hearts. The hauntings escalated. Objects moved, pictures fell from walls. One night, a vase flew across the room, shattering against the fireplace. Billy refused to sleep alone. He claimed hands reached out from under his bed, cold and skeletal. Sleep became a distant memory. Each creak of the floorboards sent shivers down their spines. Their once happy home had transformed into a prison of fear. John, his face etched with worry, tried to maintain a facade of normalcy, but the fear was contagious, infecting them all. One night the entity made its presence undeniable. They were gathered in the living room, huddled together for comfort. The lights flickered, then died, darkness consumed them, and then, a cold breath on their necks. A voice, raspy and ancient, whispered in their ears, "Leave." Panic seized them. John, fueled by a primal need to protect his family, screamed into the darkness, "Show yourself! What do you want?" Silence met his challenge, then a slow clap, mocking, menacing. Suddenly the grandfather clock in the hall chimed. 1, 2, 3. Each clang resonated through the house, each strike amplifying their fear. When it reached 12, silence descended again, heavy, suffocating. The lights flickered back on. John, Mary, and Billy were huddled together, their faces pale with terror. The house was quiet now, too quiet. John looked at his family, his eyes filled with a chilling resignation. "It seems we're not alone," he whispered, his voice trembling. They never spoke of that night again, but they knew. They were sharing their home with something ancient and unseen. They learned to coexist, to live with the bumps in the night, the cold spots, the whispers. They were a family living in a haunted house, and they were no longer in denial.